Welcome back to The Blend. If you've been outside, which I'm sure you have, you know it's hot. It's Vegas after all. Well, make sure you're keeping cool while also staying energy efficient. Managers Chad Diamond and Chris Lichty are here from Alaskan Heating and Air Conditioning. You're probably more concerned about the latter half of that. They joined us now this morning. How are you guys?
Pretty great, thanks.
How long has Alaskan been in business so far?
We've been around since 1976.
So this is not a fly-by-night company. It didn't just open up.
Correct.
There are a lot of viewers out there, they're air conditioning, they want to make sure it's working constantly, especially in our climate. How can we ensure that it's going to run properly and we're not running at like 30% capacity?
Normally what you do is you'd have to have it maintained. Keeping it clean is a huge factor out here. Mm-hmm. The dust, even though if you look at it, you know, you probably don't see most of the stuff, but
it gets gunked up into the coils.
It definitely does get gunked up.
So, what should we be? How often we should be getting this done?
At least seasonal.
Okay.
So usually beginning of summer and beginning of winter.
Okay.
You know.
And let's be honest. Is everyone doing this?
No.
Because you have to go on a lot of these repair calls.
Yeah.
And you see stuff that maybe could have been fixed by just regular seasonal, maintenance.
Correct.
It ends up becoming a lot bigger of an issue.
Oh yeah.
If it's not taken care of. Having our units inspected regularly, it also keeps, I know there's a manufacturer's warranty that comes with our AC units and our heating units.
Correct.
Does that, if we don't do that, will that void our warranty?
Typically, I mean,
it depends on the manufacturer.
Depends.
Yeah.
You know, it just really depends. It depends on how clean it is.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not maintaining, it's like a car. If you don't maintain your car and the engine blows up, I mean, it's kind of...
And then you try to say, oh, it's a 100,000-mile warranty. You haven't had an oil change in 7 years.
Exactly.
Right. This is kind of the same thing
concept.
with air conditioning. It is a motor, after all. Do you have rebates?
There are rebates available
Okay.
through the manufacturers and stuff.
Okay, so it all depends on which
one
you go
it just depends.
Yeah. When it comes down to replacing a unit, I mean, some of us, obviously, I'm in a newer house, so I have 13 SEER air conditioners. There's some people with 10 SEER air conditioners that they're not very efficient. They cost a lot of money to run. Explain the difference between the SEERs and the different options that are out there for air conditioners.
You know, the different SEER levels are basically like how efficient the unit's going to be.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's not one SEER unit that is better for everyone than others. You know, what we like to do is find out what the customer's outcome is. You know, some people are looking to be in their home for the rest of their life. Some people have a rental or they're looking to sell it in the future. So what we like to do is find out exactly what the customer's outcomes are, and then we'll match up the best efficiency to what they're looking for.
Because there are bigger units and smaller units depending on how many square feet your house is, how high the ceilings are.
Right.
Because you need to make sure there's enough power to get the air into the house.
Yeah,
Right.
Sizing is important, and we can do that, but energy efficiency, again, it's all based on what the need of the customer is.
And I think whenever we have, we decide to have a contractor come in, we obviously want to make sure we're getting the best product and getting it at the best price. How do we ensure that we're getting that?
You know, cost is a very delicate term, is what I guess I would say.
Yes.
You know, so a lot of people think that cheap is going to save them somehow, but cheap can be expensive.
It will cost you in the long run.
Most people would know. So I would say make sure you have a licensed contractor. Make sure that they are pulling permits, you know, and that protects the consumer to make sure that the job was done the right way. Mm-hmm. You know, there's, what else would you say?
I mean, how can we make sure that the contractor is licensed or they have the permits? Can we, if you come into our house, can we ask to see the permit?
First of all, the truck should have the license on them.
Okay.
Second of all, you can go on to the contractor's board and look it up yourself.
Okay, so
there's
public information.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Awesome. How can viewers contact you, whether it be in an emergency? I'm sure people are putting your number on the fridge right now just in case it does go kaput, or if they want to go for that seasonal maintenance.
You know, we have a website. It's www.alaskanquality.com,
mm-hmm.
and we also have our phone number, which is 702-731-0500.
Awesome, and that's on the screen right there if you want more information. You also are offering a special offer to viewers.
Yes, we're doing a discounted rate on our tune-ups, down to $49 from $89.
Okay.
And you know, we're actually talking about maybe doing a special based on the previous person. I don't know if we can change that up, but we're going to say the first 10 people that called, we'd give a free tune-up to.
What? So, all right, they're calling an audible here. We don't have a graphic for that, but I'd call the number now. That's fantastic.
Just tell us that you saw us on the Morning Blend, and if you're one of the first 10, we'll take care of you.
You have like an Oprah grin right now. You get a tune-up, and you get a tune-up. It's great. And the most important thing with these tune-ups is, I mean, obviously we're all looking at our electric bill, we want to make sure that the AC is running at full capacity. Sometimes it can be running, it might not be dying, but it's not running at its full abilities. That means it's going to cost you when it comes to your electric bill.
Correct.
Yeah.
I mean, how bad can it get? 30%, 40% down?
Absolutely. You know, and this is another thing that we equated to. You know, if you pulled out of your driveway and you saw that your gas tank was leaking a little bit of gas every day, you'd take more action.
Yeah.
You know, we go up into attics and we can feel cold air just blowing into the attic, and that's just wasted money.
Sometimes it's a little bit of tape or a new
could be
tube.
something so simple, and it's costing money, you know, at a high level.
Well, these are the pros you need to call if you have any questions. It's great having you. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having us.
Again, that special offer, one-time energy efficiency check, just $49. That's $40 off plus $500 off any replacement. That's in addition to current available rebates. And the first 10 callers, they're getting a free tune-up. That's insane. For full details on the offer, call Alaskan Heating and Air Conditioning. Their number and website are listed right there on your screen. They are also on Facebook.